A number of issues are at play in the United States as a result of this extremely close election. First, Trump himself is very loudly calling the results, a Biden victory, as fraudulent. Second, it has been customary over the last 50 years to base victory and concession speeches on the calls of media data analysts and their informal count of the Electoral College delegates won by each side. In this case, the results in several of the key states are extremely close. The fact that Trump was leading in the initial counting, then fell behind as mail-in and absentee ballots were counted, raises doubts in people's minds. The unease of many Americans must be seen against the backdrop of recent history. The 2000 Florida recount was stopped by the Supreme Court in a blatantly political ruling, and many observers reported vote counting fraud in Ohio in 2004. In most nations, there would be a national election office that would conduct the vote count and report the results and certify them after appropriate auditing. Here in the greatest democracy the world has ever known and beacon of freedom to the world, the partisan news media calls the winners of the election state by state, often minutes after the polls close, based on exit polling. The actual selection does not occur until the Electoral College meets on December 14th. Delegates to the college are selected by state legislatures, usually, but not necessarily, based on their assessment of the election results in their state. It's a pseudo-democracy designed to ensure that the unwashed masses will never usurp the power of their wealthy masters. We also have an extremely partisan media. Consumers of right-wing cable news, radio talk programs, and websites have been persuaded that the Democrats are raving socialists and allies of the Black Lives Matter protesters who are out to destroy everything that has made America great. Conversely, those who ingest Democratic Party-oriented cable news, newspapers, and websites are told that Trump and those who support him are fascist white supremacists who want to restore a white supremacist vision of the nation and get rid of all the liberals. This creates a virtual powder keg. A recount or court decision in Trump's favor, or a similar resolution that seals his defeat, could provide the spark that ignites the powder keg created by the arcane election process and the partisan media. Personally, I believe the media, and to an extent U.S. allies, have been premature in declaring Biden the winner. There may or may not be fraud in crucial states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, and we may never really know what actually happened. The U.S. judicial system is not designed to discover the truth and make decisions based on it. It is a contest between the narratives put forward by each side. It's about winning, not fact-finding. It's also important to remind ourselves that on key elements of policy, the two parties only disagree on style. Both are wedded to neoliberal economic policy, interventionist imperialist foreign policy, and on military spending far beyond any conceivable need. The increase in partisanship, racial tension, and violence serves to distract Americans from their lack of choice in the ballot box.